In this lecture, we will study cross product of the DFA. Consider language L, W such that number of A's in W is divisible by 2 and number of B's in W is also divisible by 2. We will consider alphabet contains A and B. Now consider two languages L1, W such that number of A's divisible by 2. So we get this DFA. We have studied this DFA before. And consider language L2. Here number of B's is divisible by 2. Now if we consider language L, number of A's divisible by 2 and number of B's divisible by 2, it is intersection of L1 and L2. Language L is equal to L1 intersection L2. Now if we know that a given language is intersection of two other languages, we can use cross product method to get the required DFA. So how to calculate cross product of a DFA? Now for a DFA we require 5 tuples. First one is states in the DFA. So Q1 is states in DFA M1, Q2 is set of states in DFA M2. So we calculate cross product Q1 cross Q2. So Q1 is set of states in M1, it is P and Q cross R and S, these are states in M2. So we get PR, PS, QR and QS, these are the states in cross product DFA. So we consider these 4 states in the cross product of the DFA. Now the next tuple is initial state. For initial state we consider initial state of M1 and initial state of M2 to get initial state of cross product. So initial state in cross product is initial state in DFA 1, initial state in DFA 2. So it is PR. So PR is initial state in the cross product. Now input alphabet remains the same. Here input alphabet contains A and B. For this DFA also input alphabet will be A and B. We have to handle transitions for A and B at every state. Now next is transitions. We have to calculate transitions in cross product DFA. So for that we use this formula, delta Q1 Q2 on A. Q1 is a state in M1, Q2 is a state in M2. So the transition will be delta Q1 on A in M1, delta Q2 on A in M2. Let's consider one example. We have to calculate delta PR on A. So PR on A, for that consider delta P on A in M1. P on A goes to Q. And then R on A, delta R on A in M2. R on A goes to R itself. So in cross product, PR on A goes to QR. PR on A goes to QR. Like this we have to calculate all the transitions. Now consider PR on B. P on B. P on B goes to P itself. R on B. R on B goes to S. So PR on B goes to PS. Now consider PS on A. P on A goes to Q. P on A goes to Q. S on A goes to S itself. So PS on A goes to QS. Now consider PS on B. P on B goes to P itself. S on B goes to R. S on B goes to R. PS on B goes to PR. Now consider QS. QS on A. Q on A goes to P. S on A goes to S. QS on A goes to PS. Now let's consider B. Q on B goes to Q, S on B goes to R, PS on B goes to QR. Now consider find QR, state QR. Q on A goes to P and R on A goes to R. So QR on A goes to PR. Now consider B. Q on B goes to Q, R on B goes to S. So QR on B goes to QS. So here first we have calculated all the states in the cross product of the DFA. Then we have marked initial state. We have calculated all the transitions. Now we have to calculate all the final states in the DFA. Now to calculate final states in the DFA, in the cross product of the DFA, first we have to calculate two sets, F1C and F2C. So what is F1C? F1C is all the states in cross product corresponding to final states in M1. We have to consider all final states in M1 and consider corresponding states in the cross product. So here we have P. So we have to check which states contain P. So it is PR and PS. So F1C is PR and PS. Now mathematically speaking, F1C is F1 cross Q2. F1 is P, Q2 is set of states in M2, it is R and S. So we get PR and PS. But this is just for information, you don't have to waste time for these calculations. Now let's consider F2C. F2C is all the states in the cross product DFA corresponding to final states in M2. So for R, check all the states which contain R. So it is PR and QR. So PR and QR. Mathematically, F2C is Q1 cross F2. Q1 is states in M1, P and Q. F2 is final states in M2, it is only R. So we get PR and QR. This is F2C. So now we have calculated F1C and F2C. Now we can actually calculate final states in the cross product DFA. So right now we are calculating cross product corresponding to L1 intersection L2. So final states in cross product corresponding to L1 intersection L2, we simply have to take intersection of these two states. So F1C intersection F2C. So the only common state is state PR. So we have to mark PR as final state. So what is the meaning of this automata? So the condition is number of A's divisible by 2 and number of B's divisible by 2. Now if we observe this automata, if we consider state PR, whichever string ends in PR will have number of A's divisible by 2 and number of B's divisible by 2. You can consider A, B, B, A, B, or you can consider B, A, or even B, A, B. All strings which end in PR will have even number of A's and even number of B's. So for state PR, number of A's are even, number of B's are even. For state PS, number of A's are even, number of b's are odd. Number of a's divisible by 2, number of b's not divisible by 2. So consider string B, A, 1B, 2 A's are even, B's are odd. For state QR, number of A's are odd, number of B's are even. A, B, B, 1A, 2B. And for QS, number of A's are odd, number of B's are also odd. So these are significance of the states. Now, if we consider language L such that W such that number of A's divisible by 2 or number of B's divisible by 2. Now we are considering or condition. So that will be union of L1 and L2. L1 has number of A's divisible by 2, L2 has number of B's divisible by 2. So if we consider or condition over here, then L will be L1 union L2. So now let's consider L equal to L1 union L2. In that case, everything else will remain the same. For states, we have to consider Q1 cross Q2. For transitions, we have to use this formula. We get exactly same transition. Initial state will remain the same. The only thing that is going to change is how we calculate final states. Now, final states in cross product for union of L1 and L2 will be F1C union F2C. So we have to make union of these two states. So we get PR, QR and PR, PS and QR. PR, PS and QR. So we have to mark these states also as final states. PR, PS and QR. So right now we are considering number of A's divisible by 2 or number of B's divisible by 2. So in state PR, both number of A's and number of B's are even, divisible by 2. In state PS, number of A's is even, that is divisible by 2. In state QR, number of B's is divisible by 2. Here number of A's is odd, number of B's is even. So for final states in cross product for L1 union L2, we make F1C union F2C. Now consider third case, language L, W such that number of A's divisible by 2 but number of B's not divisible by 2. First we have to consider all strings where number of A's is divisible by 2. From that, remove all strings where number of B's is divisible by 2. So right now we are considering language L equal to L1 minus L2. Number of A's divisible by 2 but number of B's not divisible by 2. So we are calculating final states in cross product for set difference 1 minus 2, L1 minus L2. So this will be F1C minus F2C. We have to calculate F1C minus F2C. So from here we have to remove PR and QR. So PR is eliminated. We are left with only PS. So we have to mark only PS as the final state. So we mark only PS as final state. Now other states are non-final states, only PS is final state. So what does this mean? So right now we are handling number of A's divisible by 2 but number of B's not divisible by 2. In state PS, number of A's are even, divisible by 2, number of B's are odd, not divisible by 2. B, A, A. Even if you consider 3 B's, B, 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 A, 3 B's, 2 A's. So that's how we calculate cross product for intersection, union and set difference. So we can use cross product of the DFA to calculate union of two languages, intersection of two languages, and set difference of two languages. All the remaining calculations remains the same. Calculation of states in the cross product of the DFA is same. Calculation of transitions remains the same. Calculation of initial state remains the same. The only difference is if we want to calculate intersection, final states will be F1C intersection F2C. For union, it will be F1C union F2C, and for set difference, it will be final states will be F1C minus F2C. So if we know that a language is union or intersection or set difference of some two languages, then we can use cross product to get the required DFA. Now we should know these two important points related to cross product of the DFA. First thing, cross product does not necessarily result in minimal DFA. If you have to design DFA for a language, we should always consider DFA with minimum number of states. In case of cross product, number of states in cross product M1 cross M2 is number of states in DFA1 times number of states in DFA2. Now consider this example. Language L1 is number of A's divisible by 4. So this is the required DFA. Language L2 is number of A's divisible by 6. So for that language, this is the DFA. Here we have 4 states. Here we require 6 states. Now if we consider language number of A's divisible by 4 as well as by 6. So in that case, we will require 12 number of states divisible by 4 as well as by 6. LCM of 4 and 6 is 12. So the minimal DFA number of A's divisible by 4 and 6 will require 12 states. But if we take cross product, then the cross product will require 4 into 6 equal to 24 states. So remember that if you have to design minimal DFA, cross product should not be your first choice. If you take cross product, then you need to go for minimization of the DFA also. In future part of this lecture series, we will study minimization of the DFA. So for minimal DFA, after cross product, you have to go for minimization of the DFA. In this case, it gives minimal DFA, but in general, cross product may not give minimal DFA. Now second point is, cross product can be used for intersection, union as well as for set difference. But in exam, if cross product DFA is given, then most probably it will be for intersection. But it is not a rule of thumb. It can be for intersection or for union or for set difference, but most probably it will be for intersection. So if the cross product is given, then consider possibility that it is for intersection. Once you confirm it is not for intersection, then consider for union or set difference. And you can observe that if the cross product is for intersection, it will have fewer final states. If it is for union, it will have more final states. So you should know these 2 points regarding cross product of the DFA.